Welcome back to my new video. Over the week, I got a popular request from a subscriber, and he wants to learn how to run PySpark inside a VS Code. So as you can see, I've opened my VS Code here, and then I have this directory that I've opened. It's called .dev container. And you can see there are some files in the dev container.json, Docker compose, and Docker file. Okay. And then there are some media files as well. And we have a demo.ipython notebook here. So before you can run this PySpark inside your VS Code, you need to install these three things, which is Docker Desktop, Visual Studio Code, and then remote. This one is optional. You can choose to do this. So once you have all this ready, as you can see, this is my Docker that is running, and then also the Kubernetes running locally with Minikube. Okay. So I've already cloned this repository. So all you need to do is to copy this repo and then run it in your terminal as what? Git clone, and then you cd into it. And then you type, if you have it configured, you type code and then a dot, and then it's going to open the VS Code for you. If you don't have it set up for code this way, you can go to file and open the folder. So this option should also work. Once this happens, what you do is, so this is the option. You open the repo folder in your VS Code, and then, okay, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this and do it again so that you see how it works. So I'm going to close this. Okay. So I'm sharing my terminal. I'm going to start all over again. Let me make a directory. I'll call it, let's say, V2, and cd into it, V2. And then I'm going to do the git clone. And then the git clone is clone the repository. So I'm going to cd into it. Once I cd into it, let me rename this file test ipython to demo.ipython notebook. Once I do that, I'm going to type code and then a period. That is going to open So I'm going to open my VS. Okay. So this is my VS. So as you can see, there's some things that started popping up. Okay, so it says a folder contains a dev container. Or is it? Let me dismiss this. Says what a folder contains a dev container configuration file. Reopen folder to develop in a container. Okay, so I'm going to click on reopen in container. Once I do that, another thing pops up again. It says reading dev container configuration. Okay, so let's wait for it. It's now initializing the environment. So I'm going to click on, you see down here, it says what, starting dev container. So I'm going to click, okay, it just disappeared. Just disappeared. So I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to open the demo.ipython notebook. And then as you can see, top here is detecting a kernel, but it looks like it couldn't detect any kernel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to choose, okay, let me click on it again. Choose Jupyter kernel, and then I'm going to, it says recommended. So I'm going to use the VS Code underscore PySpark. So I'm going to select that. So as you can see up here is using Python 3.11.5. So once I do that, there's a sample PySpark code in here. So we are just going to run that. So if I run this cell, you can see it running. And then there's a data that we want to create with this fields in there. So I'm going to run this. So once I run that, we are going to call the Spark object and then create a data frame and pass in the data and then the column names. So once I do this, I run that. And so you can still see that it's processing. You see now you have the data frame. If I say df.print schema, you can see this is the schema of the data frame. Okay. So if you also want to filter all salary that are greater or equal to 4,000, and then you run the transformation on it, show, this is all you're gonna get. Okay. So let's say if I remember my Spark very well, let's select the first name. Maybe the last name. And salary. And let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, yeah, it works. So this is how you select the column names and then apply the transformation function on it, and then you get this. So yeah, so basically this is how you install Spark on your local machine using Docker. Okay, so once you have this let me put it this way. Yeah, once you have this repo ready, you can just clone it, cd into it, open it, and then as soon as you open it, you just follow the rest of the process here. Okay, just follow the rest of the process here and everything should work. So my subscriber, I will post this video and then tag you in it. Thanks for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.